program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now watching the Alan and DJ Show.
Yo, Milwaukee, Chicago, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas, even in the whole United States. Welcome to the Alan and DJ TV show program. And of course, I'm Alan.
And this is your boy DJ.
And I got my big brother. He came back. and we appreciate you. My big brother from another mother, man.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll let you introduce yourself, of course.
Oh, yeah, we back, baby. What's happening, everybody? How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's well. My name is Maurice Prophet. I am the owner and founder and owner of B-Side Studios. B-Side, we are we're a boutique media company that's based in Chicago, Illinois, where we cover a variety of different areas when it comes to media and entertainment, dealing with live theater, dealing with film, television, podcasting, and live events. And yeah, I'm just excited about being here on the Alan and DJ show. Thank you guys for having me back on. I really appreciate this.
Appreciate you, man.
We had a great conversation last time, so I'm really excited about having be able to carry that on. So heck yeah.
Man, no, we appreciate you. I mean, look, I know the drive is crazy. Because he was like, okay, damn Milwaukee, it's like 90 minutes away. Then he looked up Sun Prairie. He said, oh, hold on now.
This is the other side of Wisconsin. All right.
But dedication, though, man. Dedication, and I got so much respect for you, man. You know, just the dedication of you even coming back, man. You know, some people say, you know, you need anything, call me, but you're really one of those dudes that, like, he really go out on the limb for you.
Of course.
And, you know, that's what makes me, like, excited today, once again, to do this interview with you. And without further ado, we're going to start with bullet point number 1. So for the people who didn't catch the show last week, give us a quick intro about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So like I was saying, I'm the founder and owner of B-Side Studios, and B-Side Studios is it's a boutique media company based in Chicago, Illinois. And you know, we focus a lot on media outlets for your non-traditional artists. And what I mean by that is that, you know, we take in talent who have ideas and who have, you know, aspirations and visions of like what they want to see be created. And we are able to be in a position where we're able to cultivate all that and to really be able to create, you know, be able to bring that into fruition in terms of like having their dreams actually become a reality, having their ideas become a reality as well too, just by utilizing just our necessary resources that we have, you know, in front of us. The resources like could be a phone, could be a camera, could be a computer, a laptop, whatever it may have you and everything. But as long as you just have like an idea, as long as you have a vision, and then you have us as a group together, working together, brainstorming together, you know, to be able to, you know, kind of, you know, make what you want to see fit, then we're gonna make it happen. So we have like a network of podcasts that are under our umbrella that cover a variety of different topics.
And I saw that too.
Yeah.
I saw that.
We have a podcast. It's called The Nerdium, which talks about nerd culture when it comes to anime, video games, cosplay, things of that nature. We have a podcast called Sippin' and Trippin', which talks about like dating and talks about pop culture situations and all that good stuff and everything. That's hosted by Just the Best. Nerdium is hosted by Elizabeth Tompkins. We have Buzz and Bizzle, which focuses a lot on like LGBT nonprofit organizations and small businesses as well too. We have Delish and Dior, which is it's a cooking show focused on slow cooker meals.
Man, get out there, man. I gotta get out there, man.
Make me hungry, man.
And we have Mentality that is a show that focuses on the raising awareness when it comes to mental health. So we have a lot to offer when it comes to just our broadcasting, when it comes to our outlets of being able to give out information, and really be able to, like, you know, put a lot of people on as well too. So we're doing a lot of cool things.
Oh yeah. My question to you, Maurice, is I know a lot of people, like, when they gotta go and they gotta do their work and stuff like that, like, instead of them like going through like not motivation, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like momentum. Basically, like they want to keep the momentum so they could keep going and keep knocking through those walls and stuff like that.
Right.
But sometimes as a creator, like you need to have a pause. Like, why the sudden pause in your work? Like,
Nice. That's a good question.
DJ, thank you
DJ.
very much for asking that question. So many people may not know what happened, but a year ago, I decided to press the pause button on B-Side as a whole, across the board. That meant pausing all programming, pausing all live events, pausing all of our smaller events as well too that we had coming up, because personally, and I'm just going to be very candid with you guys. You know, there's no reason for me to be able to hold anything back or be covert. I personally felt like I was not producing to my fullest to my fullest standard, the way I hold myself up as a producer. And I'm like, I need to take a couple steps back in the interest of everyone that I work with and the artists that I work with, in the interest of them and their well-being, and also making sure that their programming is taken care of. As a producer, I need to take a couple steps back. I need to press the pause button so I can reassess myself.
okay.
So if this means taking some time away so I can become better at what it is that I'm doing, then that's what's going to be the plan, and that's what's going to be the move. Sure. And so I had to think about this for a very long time before I actually, pulled that trigger. But to me, it seemed like the pros in terms of like that hard decision weighed out the cons. And even though it was a hard conversation to have with everyone, my thing was like, I just ask you to trust me.
Yeah.
I just ask you to trust me on this, because if we continue to go in the direction that we're going, as a producer, I'm scared that I'm going to burn out on you all, and that's not fair to you.
Absolutely.
What is fair to you is for us to see the progress that we deserve together, but we're going to need this time out a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a reason why in between quarter 1 and 2 and quarter 3 and 4 of a football game, there's a halftime.
Yeah. Right.
So you can reassess what's going on. And we needed that halftime because we've been going for years, just knocking for years, not stopping, but we needed that break.
Yeah.
And within that break, I utilized that time to better myself. Like, okay, so Maurice, as a better producer, what is that you want to understand, what you need to understand, what you need to do for yourself? So during that time, I went and got my my PMP certification, which is a project management certification, because I wanted to utilize those fundamentals and those areas of study and apply it to producing when it comes to just understanding the overall project and approaching producing with that mindset of a project manager. And I feel that doing it that way, I'm able to introduce a number of different types of lenses into that arena that I didn't have before. Constructive lenses that I didn't have before when I was just kind of like learning everything. In addition to that, I'm looking at just the landscape of things, of like where we're going as a society, if I can talk, as a society. And I'm seeing what is the most popular resource right now that's happening right now: artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence and data. And data, because data is gold. Data is oil. Data is straight up oil right now. And to understand data and to understand AI as well, these are factors that are just going to be so imperative just to your understanding of everyday life that these areas can be applied virtually anywhere. So I said, so I worked on and I received my certification when it comes to AI essentials. And I'm currently working on my my data analytics right now. Okay. And these three points, project management, artificial intelligence, and data analysis, are all areas that can be applied to producing when it comes to media. Understanding how to be able to the construct of your project when working with your artists, understanding how to be able to utilize, artificial and augmented integrations into your art, to be able to, really utilize these automated processes on how to be able to enhance what it is that you have, and use the data to be able to understand the analytics that are behind your content. So this way you can understand, okay, what needs improvement, what needs to be worked on, what's doing great, what needs more focus, things of that nature. And these were the areas where I said, once I was able to achieve these areas, that's where I was like, I'm back. I'm ready to come back. And it took me a year. It did take me a year, but it took that year for me to be able to really recapture what it is that I'm trying to achieve with my artists and with B-Side, and have that understanding in terms of like where we're going to go into the future. And so once that moment of clarity, what I talked about last week, once that moment of clarity clicked in, that's where I was like, okay, here's a rocket. Let's put it on our backs. Let's go. And let's just go, because now is the time right now to strike.
And then, it's funny that, that you mentioned that, because I started seeing like all these new projects that, was starting to get birthed from this. And I was like, dang, like, they got this going. Oh, wow, they got the sipping, and like all these like big, like shows that's coming up on the B-Side coming up. I'm like, man, this dude is firing them. And, that's good, because, sometimes it takes for a person to have a step back, like you have to take a step back from things and process things and be more organized, because, if you don't do that, it's not fair. You're going to burn out. You're going to burn out on your teammates, and, you're not going to give it your best foot forward.
Right.
And then when you're not doing that, then, you're not having fun with it anymore. And, you're not creating. Yeah. And I want to go into bullet point number 3, which brings me to that. Like, besides like being a media studio, what else does like B-Side has to offer? When it comes to like, community base?
Yeah, absolutely. Another great question. So going back to what you said a second ago in terms of the fun, that's what was scaring me, was that the fun was starting to fade. And the moment when that happened, that's why I was like, okay, there needs to be a pause. And being able to be in this position right now where we're able to really create, have something available that's different, and have something available that's going to be needed as well too, it's really important. So, when it came to coming back, my thing was like, okay, what is that we can do that we're not necessarily replicating what we did before, where we're just the same old brand that we were a year or two ago. What can we do that's going to be different, that's going to be able to, remember what we were talking about earlier about separating yourself from everything else?
Exactly.
That's the same. Like, what can we do to be able to really focus on our own identity? Now, with that, during the hiatus, I took a look at what was needed, and what really is needed in terms of people like us. Now I'm talking about artists like us who have like this, what I categorize as a superpower in terms of like our levels of creativity. What is that we can do to be able to help people? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about, man. It's about being able to help others. And my thing was like, it's great that what we do when it comes to becoming a digital presence with B-Side, but to be a physical presence with people directly and with the community, and with marginalized communities, especially, I'm talking about Black and brown folks who look like us, to be able to be a presence and be able to help them in various areas. That right there is the goal. That's what you want. That is the definition of completion, to be able to give back. And that's where we're at right now. Okay. We are at a point right now where B-Side, our focus right now really is being able to take what it is that we have to offer and give it back in the most conducive way possible. I say this because as of May 1st of this year, B-Side Studios has an adjacent company that we founded.
Wow.
It's a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit organization. It's a nonprofit theater company. It's called Dreamscape Theater. Dreamscape Theater is going to be, it's what it is. It's already established and everything. And the announcement was done last week. So Dreamscape Theater, and what this whole objective is being able to utilize what we have already cultivated when it comes to the theater market, when it comes to our past productions, our connections that we have, with the Schaumburg Prairie Center for the Arts, our connections that we have, with the local theaters, Gorilla Tango and Black Ensemble Theater and Chicago Dramatists in the city of Chicago, being able to cultivate those relationships that we have developed already before, previously with the B-Side Theater entity, and now we're able to showcase in a much more concrete, constructive way, giving everyone that area of opportunity to be able to grow as artists, and in addition to that, be able to create community-involved workshops, educational seminars as well too, and be able to incorporate B-Side into all that. For example, really quick example to tell you, and I'm showing you this is where the link comes from. So I was talking about the Nerdium earlier. The Nerdium is a show focused on nerd culture, all that good stuff and everything, right? Technology also plays a role into that as well too. Like we're talking about video games here, we're talking about robotics, things of that nature. All that falls into that category. With this opportunity that we are now starting, this will be an opportunity for us to be able to, like, let's say we create a workshop for young people, right? A workshop for young people. It could be at the library, it could be the community center, whatever it may have you and everything. We have someone coming in who's who's a coding expert, and they can teach these kids about coding, about understanding. Like, we know you love your phone, we know you love these apps, we know you love these games and everything that you play. Don't you want to understand like how to be able to actually create these and show the fun that's involved with them? Having someone to be able to talk to them in their language, which they will be able to understand and be able to ingest as well too. When it comes to the fun that lies behind coding, kids in coding, and then be able to take away some goodies with them, some little toys, trinkets, whatever may have you and everything, but giving them the opportunity, experience, to not only really be able to hone in on that, but also educate, but also at the same time be able to touch an area of them that they are like, wow, this is something I can do. I could be a part of this. I could actually make a video game. I could actually make an app or an app game or whatever may have you. But be able to actually open that world up for them. Yeah, that's what we want to do, and that's what we are doing with both with what we're doing with Dreamscape Theater and with B-Side Studios.
Oh man, that's beautiful, man.
That is beautiful.
And you got me pumped up right now. Like the video game right now. Oh man, yeah, man, that's excellent, Reese. You guys are doing beautiful things, and like things that need to be done, things that need to be had, and things that bring fun and enjoyment back into like the communities. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes you sit back, you think, and you be like, I want to keep being the producer that's really cliche. We do the same thing year in and year out. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's step outside the box. Mm-hmm. And that's what made me connect to you a lot, is that I'm like, this guy think like me sometimes, and I'm glad it's like you talking to you. It's like this guy like to step outside the box where other producers don't want to step outside the box. Right. And the bigger risk is the bigger reward. And man, when you stepping outside the box, and I saw how you started to just come back, and I'm like, no, these are beautiful, man. Like what? Reese got this going, and then it was a page that I follow now, with the whole nerd thing going on, and I was just like, man, you coming with it, man. Yeah. All that good stuff, and I think that's beautiful for the community, and it's beautiful for people to really get in tune with what you guys got going on. B-Side Studios is making noise.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, my question for you, Reese, is what is your vision for the future?
Really, it's endless. I don't see really any bounds to what it is that we can achieve. You know, and that's the thing is that like there's not really, I don't really have like a solid okay, after I reach this point, that's it. We won. You know what I mean? You know, it's not Mount Everest where, you know, you get to the top, you plant your flag and everything, and you did it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, that's it and everything. And which, not downplaying anyone who does that, because that's an incredible feat. But just because we're in the pool that we're in of artists, you know, you don't really see there being that final punctuation when it comes to what it is that you're doing. You know, you want to keep on evolving, keep on going, keep on doing, keep on building, and keep on creating. And I really hope that when my time comes, when I have to leave this earth, I just want my last few moments to be able to look back on everything that I've done and I just want that satisfaction, knowing that this is what I was able to do, what I was put here for. Yeah. And that right there, and to be able to carry it on and have someone else be able to carry it on as well too, whether it be like a family, colleague, whatever may have you, be able to carry on in their own way. Just knowing the fact that the essence of artistry never will die. Yeah. And to be able to look back and just be able to be satisfied with you know what has been achieved, I think that really is like the ultimate goal. But I just want to keep on going though, brother.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that, because like you got a lot of people where they get to that particular goal and they be like, well, I'm gonna do this until I get here, and once I get here, I'm gonna stop and I didn't achieve what I needed to achieve. But the fact that you want to keep going, like, speaks volumes, man, of your determination.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of like there's just a lot of reward within that. Being able to keep on persevering. And to keep on being able to move forward, because every day when we wake up, we have 24 hours to be able to become better than what we were 24 hours ago. And so it's like, why not? Why stop? Why stop? You know, like continue building. Find, you know, get into a new venture for yourself and everything. Find a new passion. Find a new love. Find a way of how to be able to tweak this love that you already have and everything, to be able to build on that. You know, just the opportunities are endless in terms of like what you can achieve.
And see, to me, that separates legends, because you could be a legend. Anybody could be a legend at something. But it's the difference between that and an icon. And, you know, you got that icon type of mentality where I could look at you and say, man, this dude got it all. Like what else do we need? But to you like, what? I'm just scratching the surface.
Yeah, exactly.
So, we can do this, we can do that. And, you know, it's like being a student of the game. You know, like you taking a little bit of what this guy got and what this guy got, but you know, you see the guy that you like, yo, this dude is just on another level, like, and you start finding little things that you can put into your own repertoire. And you know, like the Alan and DJ show is really, like, I'm being honest with you, it's kind of built off the house and the idea of B-Side Studios.
Wow.
You know, and because you gave us a shot, and we was, like you said in the last week, we was, man, like, you could call it thirsty, but when you want an opportunity, you're going to try to do whatever it takes to get to that opportunity. And, you know, Reese, thank you, man. We thank you.
Trust me, I am humbled to hear what you just said right now. Like, truly I am. That really does, just like, that means a lot to me. I'm not gonna get all choked up in front of the world right now. Don't trip, y'all. I'm good. But I'm just saying, I just wasn't expecting you to say that, and just hearing you say that, I mean, that is a mountain of gratitude I have for you.
Because it's like a family tree. You know, it's like if you got this hip hop record, and that hip hop record started from the top, and I could be a new artist coming into the game today, but who influenced me?
Yeah,
you know,
and that's right there. Alan, is like what's beautiful about it is that, like, you know, hearing you say what you said right now, and knowing because of the way how you guys are growing with this platform with Alan and DJ show, there's gonna be other people, other students in the games who are watching what you're doing, and they're gonna be marveling in your achievements and want to be able to get into the game because of what they're seeing here with what y'all are doing here in Wisconsin and beyond within the world. So so that's the things that we just gotta keep this going, keep this train going, and that's what makes our world so unique is that we are the ones who keep that circle alive. Where you may not get that from a person who might works 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. Hell, I work a 9 to 5. We all do. You know what I mean? But like but there's limitations to that. Whereas with this, there's none. There's none limitations, and you are exuding that right now.
And so how can they find you, Maurice, in case if they want to, ask you any questions or whether they want to get into any future productions that you might have coming up?
Absolutely. So please feel free to get in contact with me. You can find me Maurice D. Profit on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram as well too. Mr. Profit, Proffit. That's at Mr. Profit. Pretty much. You can find B-Side Studios on Facebook and Twitter. It's on Twitter too, and Instagram as well too. Just look up B-Side Studios. Look for the black and white logo, and that's who we are. Follow us on YouTube as well. Same logo, the same black and white logo is on there. It looks like a ratings logo. But follow us on there, subscribe to us, and look at all of our content. We have a lot for everyone. So please bring your questions, bring your thoughts, bring your ideas, and you can be a part of this awesome journey.
Beautiful. And until next time, guys, you guys are watching the Alan and DJ Show. You can find us at the Alan and DJ Show at gmail.com if you have any questions about what you want us to talk about on the next show. Or you can find us on our fan page at the Alan and DJ Show. And you can also find us on YouTube at the Alan and DJ Show. Then you can find my personal page on Instagram and Facebook at Alan Hutchinson. And you can find William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook as well. And until next time, hey, you can make your mind be a studio. You can bring your creativity, all your questions. I swear, you always find that one person that gave you that inspiration. This guy right here, he gave us our start, our inspiration. And that's the reason why we in this lane now that we call the podcast world and the TV show world of the Alan and DJ Show. Like what they say, it starts from somebody that has to spark the seed and the idea, and you take what you learn and you run with it, and it manifests, and then we keep this thing going. And until next time, we want you to stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.